What's up, everybody? It's Sensei Mike. I'm the founder and creator of the Arizona Martial Arts Tournament Circuit. This video is going to cover some basic rules for the tournament when it comes to the sparring division. So I want to go over everything so that you guys as participants know what the judges are looking for, what they are going to be calling as far as points, how they call the points so you're more informed about it, and then also you guys know how to score, how to win your division, and basically just have the best time out there. This is Senpai Eli, one of my second degree black belts here. He's here to help me demonstrate. You'll also see him at the tournament. He's going to be one of my certified officials as well. So with that said, I want to start with going over some of the just overall basic rules of our sparring divisions. 2-minute time limit. The winner is the person that has more points at the end of 2 minutes, or the first person to score 7 points total. If there is a tie at the end of 2 minutes, then there will be a sudden death. Basically, judges say go, next point wins. Also, I want to talk about what the judges are going to be looking for and how they're going to be scoring the techniques. How judges are going to call the points as well. That way, as a participant or as a parent, if you're watching this video, you know what the judges are calling, so you're more informed as well. There's going to be 3 judges in each division. There will be a center judge. That official has the right to move around the ring as he sees fit to get the best angle of the fight. Okay, there will also be 2 corner judges that will stay on their sides across from each other. That way, most angles are covered. 2 out of 3 judges have to call the same point, or at least a point for there to be a point. Points are going to be scored like this. 1 point for every punch that is landed, 2 points for every kick that is landed. Any hand technique to the head or body scores a point. I know in some tournament leagues, they don't call a front punch to the body as a point, but in here we do. So any punch counts, whether it's a punch to the head, front or back, whether it's a punch to the body, front or back, all punches are 1 point. Kicks are the same thing. Anywhere to the head or the body gives you 2 points. Now, judges are going to be calling a few different things out there. And this can be a corner judge calling it, this can be the center judge calling it. Every judge who sees a point has a right to call break. And if a judge does see a point for a punch, that's 1 point technique, they will point one hand in either direction at the competitor that scored that point. And again, it's 2 out of 3. So if Eli sees a point and I see the point, okay, we're both going to call a point to the side here. Boom, we both point here. Center judge sees that at least 2 out of 3 judges are calling that point. They will award 1 point to that competitor. Now, let's say that one judge does not see anything. Eli points to that competitor for a point, and I saw the other competitor score a point. That's not 2 out of 3, so no point is scored. Let's say that a kick is landing. Judges will use 2 arms. So if a kick is scored, judges will now point 2 arms to that side competitor, whichever person scored that kick. That way there's no confusion with holding up 1 or 2 fingers. You can't really see that. All right, so it's either 1 point with 1 arm or 2 points with 2 arms. Now, if a judge does not see a point, let's say the center judge calls break and the corner judge doesn't see what's going on. If the judges call for points and they don't see a point scored, they will basically just keep their hands down and low together. Let's say that one judge doesn't see anything. Eli saw that competitor score 1 point. He'll hold up 1 arm. If I saw the kick land, I will hold up 2. Now we're both pointing to the same competitor to give points out there, but we will always fall back to the lowest point. So even though I saw a kick and he saw one punch, okay, the lowest point would be 1 awarded to that competitor. Now let's go over the target areas that you can strike to score your points. Competitors, you will have to wear a headgear. Now, you do not have to wear a headgear with the mask. That is up to you. Any division that is under 18, whether it's black belt or beginner white belt, okay, competitors are not allowed to hit to the face. All right, so if your headgear does not have a face mask, you are not allowed to hit to the face if you are under 18 in any division. You must score to the headgear itself. Now, if there is a face mask, you can hit to the face mask because you're technically not hitting the face. So if you have a headgear with the face mask, anything that's padded and protected, whether it's the front, the top, the back, anywhere on the padding here, is a point. If there is no face mask and you're under 18 and somebody hits to the face, that's a warning, and we'll go over those in a little bit here. That is not a point, only if there is a face mask. As far as striking to the body, it is not just the rib gear. People say, oh, he hit me in the chest. Well, yeah, that's a point. Okay, the rib gear is just there for some extra protection over the stomach, okay, but technically, Point areas is anywhere in the front here, okay? Shoulders and down, not the throat. So anywhere across here and down in the front is a point, whether it hits the pad or the body. Also, anywhere on the side is also a point. If the arms are down, go ahead and turn sideways. Okay, anything underneath those arms is a point. That's a shot to the ribs. If they're holding the arms down, and let's say that scores back here, anything past the arms is considered the back. That is not a point. Even if it hits a gear back here, okay, if it's past where those arms hangs down, this back area is not a point. So you will get a warning if you're hitting to the back. Nothing below the belt, no groin contact, no leg kicks. Everything has to be above the belt in those areas, the ribs, the front, and anywhere that there is padding. Now, if you are over 18, face contact is allowed in every division, whether it's beginner, intermediate, advanced, or black belt, okay? So I would recommend wearing a face pad, just in case, but realize that if you are over 18, if you are an adult, face is a legal target. So if you get hit to the face, controlled technique, it will be a point for the other person. Okay, front punches to the body are allowed, okay? This is a point. This is a point. This is a point. This is a point. A good clean strike. It has to make contact using control. Make sure that there is control. Judges are going to be looking for the control factor. If a competitor is going excessive with their power, okay, swinging too hard, trying to hit to the face a lot, wild kicks to the legs, anything like that, the competitor will be warned for excessive contact. If the competitor does it again, the judges will award a point to the other person. Now, if a competitor is deemed too uncontrolled to be sparring by that center official, they will disqualify that competitor. Another call that you might see is a warning call. If a judge gives a warning to a competitor, a judge will hold up an X and point to that competitor and call out that they have been warned. That will signify to the ring manager, the scorekeeper, the timekeeper, that that opponent has one warning against them. Now, if that opponent does get another warning call, that's a second warning call, a point is awarded to the other competitor. And then each warning after that, no matter what warning it is, even if it's a different offense, if they do get another warning, a point will be awarded after every warning. So you are allowed one warning with no point awarded to your competitor, the opposing competitor. Okay, but every warning after that, your second, third, fourth offense is going to be points to the other person. And like I said earlier, if it's excessive, okay, let's say those warnings are because of, too hard of a hit or no control when you're hitting, then the judge might just call a disqualification for that competitor if they've been warned several times about it. Another thing that you might see a judge call would be timeout. You'll see the universal timeout signal. This will allow the scorekeeper to stop the time till the situation is fixed. At the end of 2 minutes, the scorekeeper and timekeeper throw out an object to signify to the judges that time has been called. At the end of that time, judges will go over the points with the scorekeeper, and if there is a winner, whoever has the most points will win as time is called. If it's a tie, there will be a sudden death, next point wins. Now, required gear for competing, okay? As far as the hand pads and feet pads go, you must have gear that covers the fingers, that when you squeeze a punch, your knuckles and your fingers are covered. Okay, you are not allowed to wear the MMA gloves that only cover the knuckles and not the fingers. You can have more of an all-star gear or a boxing glove type sparring gear. Feet pads must cover the toes, okay, attach at the ankle, does not have to have a bottom. You may wear shin pads if you want to. It is not a requirement, but it is highly suggested that you do. Okay. Rib gear. Anybody 18 and under must wear a rib gear, beginner through black belt. Anyone 18 or over does not have to wear a rib gear. Rib gear can be either the wraparound kind that just protect the belly or the kind that go over the shoulder, more taekwondo style. Another thing as far as gear goes, mouthpieces are required in all sparring divisions, whether you're youth or an adult, beginner or black belt, mouthpieces are a requirement. Groin cups are a requirement in the male divisions. All right, now let's talk about the ring itself. Okay, when sparring in the ring, there is that out of bounds line. So if you are sparring with your opponent right here and you're sparring, and whether you get kicked out, pushed out, or you just take too far of a step back, as soon as you have 2 feet out of bounds, you are going to be warned. The next time you are called for that warning out of bounds, a point will be given to the other competitor. You are sparring and you only have 1 foot out of bounds right here, you can still score. But that would mean you would have to probably score with your hand techniques. Okay, Eli throws that back fist at me and I'm here, boom. Even though I have 1 foot out of bounds, technically I'm still in bounds, okay, because it takes 2 feet to go out of bounds. If you are 1 foot out of bounds and you lift that leg to kick, you are out of bounds. The judges will not award a point if you kick, or they will automatically just stop the match and give you that warning for being out of bounds. That's about it for the sparring rules. If you guys do have any questions, like I said, reach out on our contact page to ask those questions. We will get back to you as soon as possible. This is Sensei Mike, Senpai Eli. We can't wait to see you guys at the next tournament. Let's have a fun, awesome experience for yourself, the parents, and the competitors, and let's just make the tournament competition experience amazing again.